All right, so now we're going to go on to the capital structure project itself. In your folders, there is a much more detailed description than what I will be able to give during this presentation, and much more information. So we created a capital structure board committee consisting of Praveen Madan, Bill Upton, and myself. We received input from many Barrett-Kohler staff members and our management team, and from about a dozen shareholders, in addition to the surveys that we've done, just individual input. And we received input from financial and legal professionals, a range of different groups and professionals have been assisting us. This capital structure project has created several objectives. I'm giving a few of the highlights. There are 4 different objectives. Again, these are written out in the handout that's in your folders. Providing ongoing funding for Barrett-Kohler, bring in hundreds more investors. We'd really like, we right now have 240 shareholders. We'd like to have 400, 500. We'd like to have many more shareholders because they become part of the Barrett-Kohler community and become customers of our books and really support us. Second objective is to maximize the ability of BK to stay independent, master of our own fate, true to our mission, going back to the slides about what shareholders are looking for, owned by our stakeholders. Now that requires liquidity options for shareholders other than the company being sold. And that's the big crux of the matter. The normal way that companies provide a return to shareholders is they are acquired by another company, or they go public and go onto the stock market and then they change hands again and again and again. We're trying not to go that route, and that's hard. Trying to come up with a way to do that is extremely challenging. We also want a capital structure that's financially sound, it's functional administratively, meets our operational needs, and we're trying to have a capital structure that provides fair recompense to all of our stakeholder groups, commensurate with the contributions they make to BK's success. We need to give particular attention to providing a means for shareholders because they're the ones of all of our stakeholder groups that have received the least up until this point, and it's kind of the reverse of the way it normally is in organizations. But we're focused through this project and future events to try and remedy that. So the board of directors has approved 3 different actions as part of this capital structure project to meet these priorities, meet these needs, the diverse needs of our shareholders. The first one is we've improved our ESOP stock buyback plan. A couple of weeks ago, we sent out an offer to existing shareholders for the ESOP to buy $98,000 worth of common stock. We've improved the plan by increasing the amount that the company is contributing to the ESOP each year to buy back stock. We've improved it by, instead of having the price being set arbitrarily by the board of directors, there's now a standard formula. It's one of the big complaints that we were receiving from shareholders. The price was too arbitrary. We've addressed that now, and we've improved it by those really small shareholders are able to liquidate all of their shares through the buyback offer. So this offer has been made. We've had about 20 shareholders who have responded that wanted to take advantage of the offer. The deadline for any others is Tuesday, July 24th. You'd need to turn in your election form. The second action is we're going to be doing in August a corporate bond offering. This has it's interest-bearing unsecured bonds of the Barrett-Kohler Group. It's exclusively to the groups that are listed here. It's not available to the general public. It's only to certain groups that either are accredited or have a relationship with Barrett-Kohler. And then the part of it that relates to existing shareholders is current shareholders who meet the eligibility requirements will be able to convert some of their shares into interest-bearing bonds. So you can take common stock, which has not yet paid any dividends or any interest, and you can convert it into 20-year bonds that will pay you interest. So that's going to address one of the needs of those shareholders who want to receive income from their investment in Barrett-Kohler. The third action, Series B, preferred stock offering. We're going to be offering in 2013 a second round of preferred stock. We did this once before in 2003. It will offer special dividend rights, meaning that the shares will pay dividends, and there are other preferred stock rights. Now, the details are spelled out in the enclosure, in your folders, that gives the complete picture. All the details are there. It has to be approved by our shareholders. It has to be approved both by our common shareholders and by our preferred shareholders in order to do this. So we're conducting the vote right now during this meeting, and by those who've sent in proxies. It will be offered to the same groups as the bond offering. And again, the current BK shareholders who have common stock will be able to convert their common stock into this preferred stock, and thereby be receiving dividends. That will be the advantage to them. Neither this is not an offer to sell securities. Mike talking about this. This is more informational for our shareholders, nor was the bond offering an offer to sell securities. Neither one of these are even available yet. This is both in the future, but I'm letting the shareholders know what we're trying to do to address their needs. And then finally, if these work out, this is an experiment. We know the first action of doing the stock buyback. We know that works because we've done it now. This is about the fourth time or fifth time we've done it. So we know that works. But the bond offering and the second preferred offering, we don't know if they're going to work. They're experiments. If they work well, we'll probably repeat them. We're considering other actions. As I mentioned, creating a Barrett-Kohler nonprofit organization with 501c3 status, finding ways to make our trading board work better. It hasn't really worked very well yet. We don't have enough critical mass to make it work well yet. Or working with the new crowdfunding legislation you've heard a lot about. So we're looking for other ideas, and if you have ideas, your ideas are welcome. Still me. Back to me. Okay, I thought I was going to get a break here. Come on up, though.